His opponent sees it, the opening, and in that sliver of a second, the duel is over. Most of us have been taught that discipline is brute force. You push through the hesitation. You ignore the fear. But the samurai tradition offers a different view. They saw that split-second freeze not as weakness, but as a signal. The question isn't how to force yourself forward. It's what you do with that exact moment before failure hits. Let me show you. That man in the duel didn't lose because he was weak. He lost because he didn't know what to do with the pause. Here's what you're about to learn. A specific technique from the samurai's training that turns that hesitation into controlled action. Whether it's a deadline, a difficult conversation, or a decision that could change your trajectory, the same principle applies. And it starts with understanding why your instinct to push through is exactly what's holding you back. That clenched fist from the last chapter. That instinct to force your way through hesitation. It's exactly what gets you killed in a duel. The samurai were trained to do the opposite of what feels natural. When the freeze hits, instead of trying to overpower it, they were taught to lean in. They called it zanshin, remaining mind. Not the mind that panics, not the mind that forces. The mind that stays alert, present, and chooses exactly where to place its attention in the gap between hesitation and action. Here's how it works in practice. 1. Control breath. Not to calm down, to reset. Then shift your focus from the outcome to the single next action. That's it. Modern psychology backs this up. Research on micro-commitments shows that when you break a high-stakes moment into one tiny, manageable step, you bypass the brain's fight-or-flight response entirely. So here's a quick test. Think of something you're hesitating on right now. A conversation you're avoiding. A decision you're stalling. Which would your brain fight harder? Fix my entire career, or write one sentence? The second one doesn't trigger the freeze. It's too small to be a threat. That's the entire mechanism. The samurai's discipline wasn't about ignoring fear. It was about using that split-second pause to choose where your attention goes, transforming hesitation from a liability into a strategic tool. And now that you know how to use the pause, there's only one thing left. What happens when you finally commit to the strike? He exhales. Not a dramatic breath, just a release that drops his shoulders and clears the noise. The opponent sees the opening. But this time, the samurai doesn't react to it. He's already chosen his single point of attention. One motion. The blade travels the shortest possible path. Not forced, not rushed, just the exact line his training already knows. The duel ends not because he was faster, but because he never divided his focus. That's the one breath reset. You take the pause you already have, pick one micro-action, and commit. Not to winning, to the next inch. Under pressure, your brain wants to solve everything at once. The discipline is refusing that demand. One breath, one action, then repeat. That's how the samurai finishes, and that's how you move from frozen to finished, not through force, but through the precision of a single, chosen step.